Right, your favorite moment on the cruise control is here. Wordz On Hitz, the moment where we get to learn certain expressions, we learn certain technical terminologies used in certain circles. This is where we basically enhance our vocabulary. So a big welcome to you to Wordz On Hitz, and today you are asking, what is Mercury Quay going to talk about? Well, today we're going to aviation. And inside aviation today, we're going to look at two words used within that space. So first is cockpit. Cockpit. When we say cockpit, what do we mean? Cockpit. Well, you might understand that in a different space. But the cockpit is the area where the pilots and crew sit to fly an airplane. Right? In a small plane, the cockpit might be occupied by a single pilot. A cockpit, also called a flight deck, is like a ship's bridge or truck's cab. It's where the person controlling the vehicle sits. So that is the cockpit. So if you have boarded a plane before, once you enter, to your left is the cockpit. And then to your right is the passenger space, right? So that's what cockpit is. So the cockpit is that space where you see all those lights and the knobs and the gears and all of that, right? So that's the cockpit. Away from cockpit, we'll move on to taxiing. Taxiing. So in aviation, taxi is not the taxi that, Pepe, where are you going? Mataheko or Airport Hills. That's not what taxi means in aviation. Aviation has taxiing as maneuvering the aeroplane on the ground under its own power. So this requires concentration and common sense, right? So basically, taxiing means maneuvering the airplane on the ground, right? It could taxi into its hangar. So the hangar is where the plane is parked. Well, just in case you didn't know that, right? So that's what taxiing means, maneuvering the airplane on the ground under its own power, right? And cockpit is the area where the pilots and the crew sit to fly an airplane or aeroplane, right? So that's it for Wordz On Hitz today. I've got more Wordz On Hitz for you tomorrow.
This is Hits.